Greetings and salutations. This is Pastor Steve with your moment of hope. And, life is kind of funny and we're going through some difficult things, but it also drives us closer to God during this time. And so, the scripture tells us to give thanks in all circumstances. So in one sense, I thank God for this time because even though it's stressful and unusual, it really is clarifying as to what's important and what we need to be doing. And so we are drawing closer to Him. And one of the ways that I do that is not just in my prayer life, in my scripture life, but reading. And I'm reading a few things that are really pushing me to the point where I'm really understanding our need for God. That our journey with God is not just a journey of self-discovery, as the modern world would sort of, we need to find our authentic self. And so even as Christians, sometimes we are, if we're not careful, we tend to view our walk with the Lord as a time of self-discovery. And while it's true, we are growing in faith and changing and maturing. Really, our encounter with God, and especially now that we've reached all these limitations that are being put on us and we're recognizing, is really one it's not two partners walking down the road together as one of them discovers themselves. But really, it is God and us, and it's not a journey of self-discovery, it's a journey of redemption. And that's a little bit different. I've been reading, the last couple of weeks, we read the Confessions for our last book club, and that's tremendous. Augustine in the 4th century went on perhaps the most famous journey of self-discovery until he recognized that he didn't need to discover himself. He needed to be remade, redone, and put aside his old life and give his new life to Christ. And so he did that. And the world changed because this great man became a Christian. I've also been reading Andrew Murray's The Blood of the Cross. And it really helps to draw me and draw my focus of my mind to Christ and the cross and this redemption that's happened in my life and how it helps give me strength. Because if I was on a journey just of self-actualization or self-discovery and I hit a crisis point in my life as we're in now, I would simply be feeling like I've become inadequate to the moment. That all this self-discovery that I've done, I've still hit the place where I am not able to direct the world and my life the way I want to. So if life is just self-discovery, that can be very frustrating. But if it's a redemption and we have a Redeemer, and we're constantly, even as we grow and mature in faith, we're constantly having to hold to the Redeemer who gives us sustenance and life and hope. And then this part of my life now, which is completely out of my control with the pandemic and all that's going on in our society, I don't despair. It's not that I've proven inadequate. I've actually, in my humility, once again recognized my own inability to be God of my life and my need to continue to hold on to my Redeemer and to put my trust and hope in Him. And finally, we're reading for our book club for tomorrow night, a book on heresies, that's helped me to see the importance of that true understanding. And I just shared that with you, that a false understanding can leave us helpless in a time of crisis, in a time of great suffering, where an understanding, a true understanding of what Christ did for us on the cross and what he continues to do in us through his Spirit, not only helps us to embrace the suffering, but to see how that we can be a part of God's work in the world in the midst of this crisis. So that's your message of hope. Recognize who you are. You are precious because you have been redeemed. Redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. And it's the blood of the Lamb that redeemed you, and the Spirit of Christ that still works within you, that can lead you through, and not only through this great time of suffering, but allow you to be an instrument of healing, an instrument of righteousness. And so, man, what a gift to be thankful for. And so once again, we give thanks in all circumstances, for he is good and he loves us. That's our message of hope for today. Thank you very much.